I can't believe you haven't read this yet. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. We are starting a new series. It's called I Can't Believe You Haven't Read This Yet. And it's inspired by my husband, who had to read a lot of books in high school that I just did not have to read. High school and middle school that I just did not have to read. Or it could be books that he's read. It can be books that he's heard of. He's like considers them a classic or whatever. Whatever the case may be, these are things he's actively said to me. I can't believe you haven't read this. Like we're going through a series of books that he's looking at me like, you haven't read this? And I read it and I come here and I discuss it with y'all. That's what this series is about. So let's get started. As you can see by the title, the first book is The Giver by Lois Lowry. This book, I feel like he said he read it in middle school. I did not have to read this book at all. I knew about it. I've heard about it. I've been in a lot of Reddit comment sections about this book, but I just didn't read it. And then last year, was that last year? I can't remember. Yeah, last year he was like, you haven't read that? So he got it for me and I read it and I'm here to tell y'all about it. First of all, you're not too old to read this book. You are not too old to read this book. I'm in my 30s and I just read this book and it was great. And I got a lot from it. I'm going to start by reading the synopsis on the back and then jump into my review. The Giver. Jonas's world is perfect. Everything is under control. There is no war or fear or pain. There are no choices. Every person is assigned a role in the community. When Jonas turns 12, he is singled out to receive special training from the Giver. The Giver alone holds the memories of the true pain and pleasure of life. Now it's time for Jonas to receive the truth. There is no turning back. This book is considered a modern classic. And it was short, as you can see, but so impactful. Like, they packed a lot into this book. I was like hooked. I read this book in a day. I was in this thing, okay? It's easy to follow. It parallels a lot of what you can see throughout history and our current timeline. You're invested in Jonah, his family, his life, his coming of age, his purpose. You kind of relate to him in a lot of ways. And then you have like this training that he has with the Giver of the community. The community is so, and mind you, there is a movie to this, which I watched after we read the book. Well, we watched it after I read the book. But the community is something that you can almost visualize it. It reminds me of a lot of movies that I've seen, probably inspired by The Giver, where it just seemed like, I don't know, like you know that there's a truth that's being hidden. You can just kind of tell by how everybody is low-key brainwashed and how there's social norms, but you got this one person that's like, I just feel different. I don't feel like these people. I see stuff differently. I want different things. And I feel like most people can relate to Jonah in that way. Some point in life, you just felt like set apart. You know what I mean? So that was good. I enjoyed just the world building. Like it's small, but it packed a punch. This is a good way to start this series of I Can't Believe You Haven't Read This, because once I showed that I read this on my Instagram page, everybody was like, yes, I love that. I remember reading it in school. Like, yes, yes, yes. And I felt like I was the only one that hadn't read it. So if you haven't, it's not too late. You can do it now. I did it. It won't take you that long. You'll get something out of it. And it had me thinking back to like, what would I have got out of this if I did read it in middle school or high school? And so I'm thinking like trying to put myself back in the past. I know I still would have enjoyed it, like just based on the type of books I was reading at that time. But I think like, what would I have gotten out of this? Like, would I have seen this? Because I would have enjoyed it, but I feel like nowadays just by having like a little more experience in life, I'm like finding parallels in this book that I don't think I would have found in middle school and high school. Maybe slightly, but some stuff that's relating to like my actual life, my actual career, being a parent, you know what I mean? And just finding yourself and your purpose. It was so good. And I can't wait to read this with my kids. Like, I can't wait. So if you haven't read it, read it. If you have, I know I'm late, but what did you think about it? And yeah, let me jump into, since these are going to be kind of short because they'll be one book videos. But it's going to be an ongoing series. He is not, I don't know what he gonna have, because he just randomly says this. I'll be like doing videos, we'll be looking in the bookstore, we'll be on YouTube, on Instagram, and he'll really be like, you ain't read that, you haven't seen that. So that's what this series will be about. I'm actually really excited. Maybe I'll like drag him on here to talk about how he viewed these books when he read them. We had to, or like why were you surprised that I haven't read this? Is it because it was popular? Is it because you thought it was good? Is it because you thought it was right up my alley? Like, what is it? So yeah, that's it. Stick around because this will be ongoing. It has no rhyme or reason. It's not like he's recommending me a book a week or something like that. But whenever it pops up and I actually read it, I'm going to come here and talk about it and add it to this series. So that's it for today, y'all. Thank y'all for joining and checking in. See you on the next one.